Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today I'm going to show you how you can take a $3 fence picket like this, about 30 minutes of your time, and make a cool little bird feeder like this. Let's get into it. Now, I built this bird feeder a few years back and the birds absolutely love it, but I realized that for whatever reason, a lot of birds like to hang out next to the shop as well, so I think I need to make one for over here. And if you would like to build this bird feeder and would like a set of plans, I got you covered. They're on our website. I'll leave a link to the plans in the description below. For this project, I'm going to be using one 6-inch wide cedar fence picket. I tilted my miter saw blade to 30 degrees and cut a piece to 14 inches long to use as the back panel of the bird feeder. Straightening the blade back up, I changed the angle to 30 degrees and cut the other end of the piece to a peak. Then I cut one 12-inch long piece and three 15-inch long pieces. Over at the table saw, I ripped the 12-inch piece down to 4 1¼ wide pieces to use as the frame of the base. And then I ripped one of the 15-inch long pieces down to 3 1¾ wide pieces. On the other two 15-inch long pieces, I trimmed one edge nice and smooth, and then I put a 30-degree angle on the other edge of each piece. These two pieces will make up the roof. Moving back over to the miter saw, I cut two of the 12-inch long pieces down to 8 inches and cut a peak on one of the 1¾ wide pieces, using that same 30-degree angle. With all the pieces cut, it was time for assembly, but with my regular workbench being worked on, I had to shift to a new spot. I started by assembling the 1 1/4 wide pieces with glue and brad nails. I cut a piece of window screen that I had laying around the shop and doubled it up and stapled it onto the frame for the bottom. As an afterthought, I cut a little scrap piece of wood to put in the center of the frame to keep the screen from sagging. With the base assembled, I used my small pocket hole jig to drill pocket holes in the two 1 3/4 wide pieces and attach them to the larger roof pieces to help extend the roof, making sure to keep that angled side facing away from the pocket holes. I glued and screwed the base to the back panel and then attached the roof pieces with glue and brad nails. Last but not least, I took that third 1 3/4 piece that had the peak cut on one end, marked it, cut it to length, and attached it with glue and brad nails. And there we go, a super quick, inexpensive project to keep all the birds fat and happy. All right, our 30-minute one picket bird feeder is done. Let me go over a few things real quick. Number one is this little angle on the bottom of the back panel. That's completely unnecessary. I just didn't want it to be completely flat. Thought it would look better with a little bit of an angle, but you can skip that if you want. Number 2, the reason I use screen for the base of this bird feeder is because on my old bird feeder, I made a solid base, and because of all the moisture in Florida, I found that the bird seed was always clumping up and sticking together because it was so moist. So I thought maybe that screening would help out with that a bit. Number 3, the size of this bird feeder. It's totally up to you. It's a pretty basic design, so you could make it smaller if you want, or you could get a few more pickets and make it much bigger. Just make it your own. I hope you all enjoyed today's project, and if you want to make it for yourself, I did make a full set of plans there on our website. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe and have a great day.